I got it. It came in. Alright. Excited. Time to start unboxing. Where's my scissors? This thing shipped super quick. Of course, not without any injuries. Three straps. That's kind of... It's not overkill. I mean, it's better than the box popping open. So, I went with this Prime Weld um, plasma because I've heard some good things about it. It's also not an arc start plasma. It's a blowback plasma. So it's safe for like CNCs, and it has a pilot arc that's like continuous, which is good for perforated material such as like this here, because I will be cutting stuff like this also. Why is it not, the video's not on? It's weird. We have to do this. I don't know why I have to do that though. Here. Now that I cut everything apart. Why is it doing that? That's weird. It like stole one of my cameras. Okay. That's odd. Is it because this camera's not here? Technical difficulties. Why does it do this? This is the way it works. It's saying I only have 2 cameras, but I have 3. I gotta redo that. You freaking jerk. Oh my gosh. What do I do with your software, Streamlabs? Seriously. I just throw it away. This camera is plugged in. I should, probably. How do I get that other freaking input? Let me mess with that. 1 second. 'Cause it's being a jerk. Now you're gonna make me go in and freaking edit this. Ugh. Anyway. It stole everything from me. Ugh. Oh my gosh, dude. Seriously. Which one was it? It was this one. This one. And then reactivate it. It's gonna work. Is it not gonna work? It's not gonna work. Why is it not gonna work? What about this one? There it is, maybe. I saw it blink. There it is. Oh my gosh. You're freaking pain in the butt. Anyway. I don't even know what the heck I was talking about. What? Just gonna open it up. So much for that, right? It's packaged super tight. Black foam instead of white. 2 boxes. 1 and 2. Can I set that there without it falling over? Yeah. Sweet. It's in like a coffin, man. I'll set these over here for now. And I'm probably gonna lift this down. Yo, it's got metal corners in the box. That's cool. That's some definite extra effort. In the bottom of the box. Huh. That is freaking sweet. It's packaged super well. Well, so that's like... That's how they got it, right? And then the two boxes are on the side? It's freaking insane. Alright. Let's put you aside. I don't need a manual just yet. Just want to see this. There it is. It's kind of light. Like, I guess it's comparable to like my brother's plasma. So he has like a thermo something or whatever the heck it is. That was a weird freaking start. Just like totally butchered my entire start. So, do I have to put fittings on this? It doesn't have a fitting. That is a really thick power cord. It is a 60 amp machine. Get a little CNC plug on the back. I mean, this cable's thicker than my power cable, man. No, it's about the same thickness. Right? Maximum pressure, 120 psi. Alright. Let's get it plumbed in. All we need is air and electric. What's in here? The ground lead. The little mask thing. Plug for the CNC and the adapter. Is that glass or is that plastic? I hope it's plastic. It'd be cool if it was plastic, because then I can like put it in something else. It's probably... It's glass. It's probably a number 5, shade-wise. Number 5 is super dark. Probably stupid dark. Shade 10. You see, it's kind of... Wonder how they make those. Oh man. That's that. I can't believe that camera didn't work. It worked a few seconds ago. And it didn't work. Freaking jerk. You butcher everything. And it's a long lead. I think it's like a 16-foot lead, I think. What's in there? Something else is in there. A wrench. Another contact tip. Here's the torch that comes with it. It's IPT60. It's supposed to be like a budget torch. I kind of wish they would have offered the option to upgrade to a machine torch. Like, Because I would have went ahead and spent like an additional $100 and just got it with the machine torch since I'm using this for the CNC. It has the standoff there. That's cool. This is that tip. This is so no drag tips. Went ahead and ordered additional consumables because I don't know if I'm going to have machine crashes. So we'll kind of like move this over and take this apart in front of the camera, right? We go here. I think. And this is basically what I got here, right? I got the cup, swirl ring, tip. What's that? Is that content? Guess it is. And that's like a little guide. So they want you to keep like roughly 1/8 of an inch away from the surface of the material while you're cutting. That's if you're doing it by hand. Just allows it to cut cleaner because you want the air to focus directly on the spot that it's heating up. Now, it did not come with, that's different. I've never seen anybody do that. It actually has like a screw-in protective cap. Because there's little pins in there that we don't want to get damaged. Right? And that's going to be what turns probably on and off the torch. Hello, where are you? What is that? What's up, Salvo? Thanks. Gonna cut some stuff, test it out. I got some painted surfaces I want to try it on. I want to know why that's a different color. So I just plug this in, and then I have to find an air fitting to thread into the back of this machine, because that's the one thing that didn't come with it. Of course, you don't know what type. There's like multiple types of airline fittings that you could use. So who knows what you're gonna use? They could give you one that's like. Can we put it there? Maybe move it this way. So we need to be here. Right. Still can't see what I'm doing. And that's what I'm working on. We gotta put an air fitting on that. So I'm just gonna pull one out of one of my tools, I think, for now. That'd probably be easier. That's all we have to do, just some air and electricity, and we'll be cutting. This did not go as smooth as I was hoping, and I thought I had it set up, but it didn't work quite the way I wanted it to. Yeah, man. Thanks. I appreciate it. So I never use this grinder. We're just gonna steal the fitting out of this and put it in the torch. Live, right? If we're live, we just make mistakes the whole time. It's real life. It's not fake. I'll put thread tape on that before I mount it to the machine. But for right now, for our purposes, it'll be just fine. And I want to hold on to the other end of this, because I don't like to risk breaking it. Alright, how's your day going? No, you're a real person and I don't even see you. Oh, sorry. My zipper's down. I just noticed that. I just noticed my zipper was down, too. So, did you get your... Oh my god. FedEx? Was this FedEx? I think it was. It was FedEx. Surprisingly, it shipped a day early. I am amazed. I don't know what they did, but surprisingly, yes. That's probably the fastest I've ever... Of course, it was only like... It wasn't that far away. Slight air leak, but it'll be alright. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's see what she'll do. Put this stuff away. I got stuff everywhere. So, it's hard to tell when people write. Move this over here. Plug there in. That's gonna be obnoxious. I can't handle that. That's gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna get the thread tape because I'm not listening to that. I will be right back. Thread tape is here. It's bad enough I got the fan on. Let's see if I would have just did it right the first time. I wouldn't have this problem. I gotta take it back off. Whatever. This way. Swirls in. Need to go this way. Alright, that'll seal up any imperfections. It'll be so much quieter. And it won't, like when you have little leaks like this, it really makes your compressor work extra hard. So then you're wasting money, you're wasting air, and you're wearing out the machine. Because now it's got to keep filling your tank for no reason. Because you didn't take care of this. Is this my work? Yeah, pretty much. Like, kind of my work. It's not. It's complicated. Like, I've been doing metalworking for most of my life. This has become more than a hobby. It's always been more than a hobby for me. It's a source of income. It's a passion of mine. Like, I like metalworking, welding, fabricating stuff. So, that's what I do. Alright, we're gonna set the pressure. So we gotta, I said 90. There's a little gauge on here. I'll show this later. And we're gonna say post flow here, amperage. Let's just go ahead and bring it up to like there. Plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. Just want to see the flame shoot out of the end. I have the fan on, so it's a little bit of background noise, but I just don't want to. It's going to get smoky in here if I don't have it on. It makes a mess. Don't trip on the cord. I'm going to trip on the cord. I don't want to get this dirty. It's so clean. Hold on, I have straps for this. I'll use them later. Piece of metal. See, we can see the pilot arc, right? Turn this on, breakers in the back. Then it has this little guard here, right? This is to keep you from accidentally squeezing it. And then when you put your finger inside of here, you squeeze the trigger. If we have it on 2T, right? That air. Like that. Is it gonna do that? Anyway. And that's... You can't even see it. That thing won't even pick it up, dude. So it's stupid bright. And I think if I hold the shade in front of it, in front of the camera, you'll actually be able to see it. So it's nice. It's not actually installed. I don't get what you're doing, but I'm sure you answered to it many times. Oh, so what I'm doing right now is I got a plasma. And if you don't know what a plasma is, it's basically a cutting torch, right? It's an electric powered cutting torch. That glass is sharp as crap on the outside. And I'm kind of testing it out because this is going to go in my new CNC. I bought a CNC to cut out material, can make signs with it, make parts for machinery. Now we should be able to see it, right? If we hold this here, not too high, without cutting myself. That's basically the size of the flame, right? I think with the pilot arc, I could even just freaking cut it without even worrying about it. Let's come back this way. This is gonna hit the ground, but that was quick. Not super quick. That's faster than my brother's torch. Oh man. Like, that is so much faster. Yo, his don't cut that good. And his is like $2,000. That's insane. That's freaking nuts, dude. It's freaking crazy. Let's do it again. Do it again. Do it again. It's kind of hard because I'm like juggling on this. I'm trying not to cut a hole in my freaking tool bench or spray sparks where I don't want them to be. I mean, I don't even have it cranked up. Probably should have turned the amperage up because of the size of the burr on that. Let's try a little higher. I was only cutting it like 30. 35. 47. 37. Right? 37. Look at the post flow. 10-second post flow. So the post flow is on there just to cool down the torch after you're done cutting with it. Are you building something or fixing something? Currently right now, no, I'm not yet. So this is one component to a machine that I purchased, right? 1 second, let me change the... So this is basically the power unit that does the cutting, and then I have another machine that I ordered that actually holds this. So I can program a design or whatever I want to cut, and it will tell this to come over, cut a hole a certain size, or cut a squirrel out, or a rabbit out, or a bird, or whatever the heck you want, and then I can have that completed for me, right? Just by pushing a button and programming it into the computer. So that's basically the intentions of it, is to make different things. So I will be building stuff with it later on. I just wanted to kind of test this. So I've never purchased anything from this company before. So the company's completely new to me. This will cut up to 7/8 of thick material is what they said. Now the kerf is going to be huge. And if you don't know what the kerf is, it's basically like if I'm cutting this at a straight angle, the kerf is how much difference, right? Man, I made that hot. Stupid hot. Machine. You have to fabricate something for the machine. I don't have to fabricate anything for the machine. And the machine will cut pieces of metal into forms you can use. Yes. Yep. That's correct. Like, for example, I don't have anything that's made of sheet metal. Even like the outside of this you could cut, right? The only thing I have over there is that piece of machinery. How do I explain that? So, for example, like your weightlifting equipment, when you go to the gym, a lot of that is cut out plates, right? It's cut out pieces, welded to bars, something similar to this, right? This bar that's welded on here, that plate, it's kind of, you can see the seam. That piece that goes on top of here as a reinforcement is actually cut out. This is cut out on a laser, which is just a higher priced machine than what I'm going to be having here. And you program this in. So this one would just cut out the rectangle, obviously locate the holes, so the holes are always, the repeatability's there. Yeah, it's fine. So I have a lot of little Like I do a lot of little projects and stuff like that, and usually I have to cut everything manually, so I have to use saws, drill presses, things of that nature to make pieces and components. And this way, like anything I can think of, I just have to go into the CAD, draw it out, and then send it over as a DXF, and it will turn it into G code. G code is the code that the computer actually reads to know what it's supposed to be doing. Mainly things. Yeah, mainly things. Different things. Anything you think of. I could make spatulas. I could make frying pans if I wanted to. I probably wouldn't make a frying pan. I could make a wok, right? I could cut out the whole circle, and then I would just have to hammer out and shape that piece of steel, and I could make myself a wok this size if I wanted to, right? To cook in. So the like the cut area I have is going to be 4 foot by 3 foot, which is basically that whole area over there. They say it's supposed to get like super moist. That's the only issue I'm kind of worried about. Is I've heard a lot of people, you are a genius. Thank you. I get that a lot. I get mad scientist, freaking MacGyver, Tim the Toolman Taylor. I get that a lot too. So it's not supposed to have a problem like cutting through painted stuff either, because of the pilot arc. Right? Should be able to just do whatever. I don't know if it's grounded. You have to find a spot on it to ground it. Probably a burnt spot. I think cuts pretty good. That works. It works. You don't want that to happen to your car. But that's pretty good, right? It's a toy. It's a big boy toy. I love it. Yes, Jane. Yeah. So I send this goes out to YouTube. It goes to like Trovo. So Salvo's talking to me on YouTube, and you're talking to me on Twitch. So it's kind of, I know, it kind of sucks because then you like I'm answering questions and you're like, what the heck, who the heck's he talking to, right? And for some reason, those companies don't like link all the chat together, which is kind of weird to me. Thank you. Salvo said he was proud of me. Yeah, I like this one. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a hyper something, or maybe it's a thermodynamics is what my brother has. So this one is supposed to be 4T is supposed to be one on, and then you have to hit it again to turn it off. Yeah. And 2T is the other way. to set the air because they want. Oh, that's a big difference. That's what that is. That's a little confusing, but okay. That works. So, I'm supposed to get this stuff like, I think in a week. Another week roughly. Week and a half. And then I'll kind of, somehow, I'm going to put the camera on the CNC so you can kind of watch it cut the parts out. I thought that'd be kind of cool. I don't know if anybody would enjoy that, but then you can actually see the machine run, how it cuts things out, like the path it takes. This is basically how we've been getting things for years, is a lot of stuff is cut out on plasmas or CNCs. Not so much like car parts. So car parts go through a different process, like the sheet metal in your car, most of that is stamped out because they need to produce a lot of these very quickly, and they'll have, like, say, the hood, the inside framework of the hood will also cut out other pieces, right? That way they can utilize as much of that sheet as possible when it comes down and hits it. And it'll stamp it, and it actually bends it to the contours that give it some rigidity, and then it also cuts out certain pieces, certain holes, maybe like on the fender it'll cut out where your turn signals go, or it'll stamp out like pieces like this. See how this is actually has some dimpling for some reinforcement and all this. This actually started out as a flat sheet, and the stamp came down and basically punched that whole piece out in one hit. Because this is super thin material. This is probably only like 30 thousandths thick. Right, other brackets, different things. That's all aluminum. That was just a scrap fender off a Volkswagen. And keeping my company while I play or work, and you are fun. Oh, thank you. Awesome. So this machine here is only like, I think I paid like $670 for it, US. They did have like a promotion thing where you type in like welcome 2025, I think. You get like 25 bucks off. So I took advantage of that. But it's definitely very comparable to like $1,000 plus machine. And I would say I like it better compared to my brother's machine. While the size is almost double the size of his machine, I really think the cutting capability is way higher than what his is. And his is arc start, so I can't use it on my machine. Sucks. I have to go back and change this. I can't believe it started with no freaking no video running. Like, well, it is what it is. So I plan on cutting out a bunch of like Halloween decoration stuff. So I think some people really enjoy Halloween. So I'm gonna cut out some little pumpkin things, maybe like some little like candle holders with like scenery on the outside of it. All this is stuff I need to go in and draw up on the computer and then put it into a file to be cut out, and then I can just come out here, put it through the slip roll if I want to roll it, and give it a contour for like different things, weld pieces together, stuff like that. Possibilities are endless now. Like, the only thing I need left, or the only thing left that I need is like a mill, right? Thank you. Then I wouldn't have to buy anything anymore, honestly. Minus some things, I guess. Some things. A mill? Yeah, so a mill is, it's basically, instead of having, this is for two-dimensional work, and a mill is for three-dimensional, right? So, how do I explain that? Okay. For example, if I wanted to make this brake master cylinder, right? I would require a mill to machine this out because it's three-dimensional, right? And I could go in there with a cutter and it would cut this whole profile out and everything that I've designed in a computer. And I could also, all I'd have to, I mean, this is easily, you could easily do this in a mill. It's not a large piece. Where the machine I'm getting is only for 2D, right? X and Y. When you add the third axis, the Z axis, which is the up and down, then you get to the 3 dimensions, right? Don't talk about the 4th dimensions. And then there's also some machines that go up as high as like 5 and 6 axis, right? Depending on what you're trying to make. Now this ideally probably would be better machined out on like a 4-axis machine, where you would have X, Y, Z, and then I don't know what you call the next one, but it would actually rotate it. So everything, the machine would actually hold the part and rotate around, but then you have the cutter can move X, Y, and Z, and it would be able to profile this. And this was probably done that way. As a prototype, it was probably machined out. I mean, you could also do this by hand. It's pretty simple. This is a 2-part casting, is the way this is manufactured. It's not actually machined as one piece. This is a mold where 2 halves come together. They pour the aluminum in and then the machining takes process after. That's why it has this seam on the side of it. You see that seam? It's basically split down the middle this way, and then two halves come together, and you would pour the aluminum in and it would fill this void. Then you would go in and you would drill out all the openings, drill out the bore, and this is basically where you put your foot. When you press your foot on your brake pedal, it drives this plunger in, which forces fluid out, which squeezes your brake calipers and stops your vehicle, slows it down. Slows it down, put it to a halt. I don't really have anything else I need to cut. I just wanted to make sure it functioned. Plug this. Still have to run additional electrical to the garage because this stuff requires a lot of electricity, and this has to be run on can't be run on my solar panels. It's too high amperage for the inverter that I have, because it's more of a thermal discharge. Like I think my inverter for my house is like a 50 amp, and this machine here is like a 60 amp machine, but I think it's 40 amp input, right? I think that's what it says. 40 amps, maybe. It's probably a dual 40 and 40. How is your nickname pronounced? Limitsu? Or Limitsu, however. Most people just call me Limit. I think it's easier that way. Mm-hmm. It's like, what limits you? It's kind of, I don't know. It's like means multiple things. There's like 4 different things. That's how I came up with it. Um, I like the black. It's pretty simple. Oh, yeah. I don't know what I want to make though. Like the first thing I want to make. I know I need to make when I get it and get it set up. I need to make a spot that holds the computer, but I don't think I want to leave the computer out here. Because I've also heard that when you're cutting on these tables for an extended period of time, the moisture in the room goes up. So I don't want a computer, 1, out here in the dust, 2, out here in the moisture. So I'm probably going to leave that in the house and just run the cable out to control it. Maybe um, install a touch screen out on the machine. That way I can still have access to the controls, but I'm not going to ruin a good computer letting it stay out here, because it will become kind of, that's why it's actually going to go right there where the fan is to draw the fumes and some of the moisture out. And depending on like how high the moisture gets, I may look into kind of thinking if the water temperature goes up, right? Because there's a water table, which is basically like a water bath that sits underneath this table. That way all these sparks go in and get captured, and basically they're put out, right? It's like putting out a fire continuously. But if that heats the water up to a certain point where the water starts to evaporate, I may look into installing some type of cooling system in the water table, or actually draining the water, running it through a cooler to pull that heat out and then expel the heat outdoors. Or I could even, in the winter time, take that heat, right, and send it into the house and reclaim that energy. So basically, if I'm out here cutting on the table and I'm heating this water up, that's a bunch of wasted energy that I can't use. But if my house is cold and I need to heat the house, that cooling apparatus that I would make, I could reclaim some of, I'm already paying for it, right? I can reclaim that heat energy and actually just dump it back into the house's heat through like a radiator setup. Might as well. I've already paid for it. It's pretty simple. I don't know. You'll see it when it happens. Mm-hmm. Anybody have any plans tonight? Doing anything fun? No? Just boring stuff. Uh, what is the clap thing? The hands? Oh. What? Yeah, 'cause I know, like, so I have this charcoal maker that I made, and I plasmid all that out by hand. Um, that I wanted to turn into like a heater also, so it'd be a little easier just to 2:45 here. Oh, so it's late at night. Oh no, I guess the fun times are over then, huh? I'm a night owl, so I'll be up tonight for most of the night till the morning, I think. Got a 3-day weekend this weekend, as it's Labor Day. So probably just sit out here and brainstorm projects I want to do, figure out what I want to make, what's priority, and once I know what I want to make, then I can actually go and put together like a list of things that I want to purchase. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to listen to my neighbor's music for most of the night, unless I turn the fan back on, which I'm going to do, because I don't want to listen to his music. I sleep during the day. What do you do during the night? Thank you. I'm glad it arrived too. What do I do during the night? I work at night. Currently, I work third shift, so that's why I sleep during the day. Which is cool. Like, works out for me. I'm not really a people person, so. And I think the one thing that sucks about working day shift is when you want to go to stores and do things and you're on day shift, you can't. And when you get off of work, you're too tired to go do the stuff. So me, I'm awake, like, I wake up at what, like 2, 3 o'clock my time, and then do the stuff I need to do, go to work, so I can run around and do things that I need to do. You gotta wire this. Someone has said that they were supposed to. So I actually gotta solder this in. It's supposed to come with a cord. I could smell the electronic thing before I even. Like all electronics have this funky smell, right? Like that plastic, burnt, burnt electronic smell. Actually, I have to. How the heck am I supposed to get in there? How does that come off? Oh, this way. Yes, no. How does that come off? Does it drop down this way? No. It's weird. But I gotta open this up and take Wire pins. This plugs into the back of the machine, tells this machine when to turn on and off. Stream. You're not a people's person. Stream your line. Not entirely. I haven't gotten to that point yet. I haven't gotten to the point that I stream my life. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Put cameras in everywhere and you can see what I do throughout the day. It's pretty chaotic. How does this come apart, dude? Where's the book? I don't want to break it, that's why. Otherwise I'd sit here and tinker with it till I figure out how it comes open. That's a really nice manual, man. It's not them cheap paper ones that are like... This one has like a coating on the pages. Like, it's a proper manual. Okay, where's the freaking plug thing? Here it is. Now how do I open the socket? Tell me. How does it open? Is it two halves? No. It's not two halves. Okay, I'm gonna remove that O-ring. Maybe that... If I take the O-ring out of the way, maybe it'll... freaking do what I want it to do. Come here. That's that. I don't see how that's supposed to come out, though. If you hold on to it, just twist it. Oh, God. That's what it is. It's a twist off. So you gotta go in and, like, solder to these pins to control it. That'll tell it what to do. Oh, like East Coast. Keep it vague. Keep it vague. I don't know why I didn't think about twisting it off. I guess that would have been... I just kind of figured it didn't twist off. What it does, it goes back here. I'm sure this gotta go a certain way, right? Yeah, it can only go one way. That way. Sweet. So what can you put on there? Partially through. You can either do a start, stop, divided arc voltage, raw arc voltage, okay to move. Oh, that's cool. So I can actually hook like a trigger to it to say go ahead and go to the next thing. Huh. 9 and 10 is the okay to move signal. These are dry, no style contacts. So not electric that closes when the pilot arc transfers it, cutting. Arc okay. Hmm. Cutting speed reference. There's a whole wiring diagram of how their machines put together too. Hmm. There was something, I can't remember what it was. There was one option I wish they would have had on here. And it doesn't tell you like if you can use argon to cut. Because I need to know if I can. I should be able to. That way it cuts stainless. I still can't believe how quick this thing showed up. It's crazy. Heck yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the freaking night. Maybe I'll go game or something. Alrighty. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry the camera wasn't on to begin with. It happens.